Welcome to our exploration of adaptive learning, a transformative approach in education that leverages technology to personalize the learning experience for every student. In this video, we'll dive into the latest developments, how adaptive learning works, and why it's becoming a game changer in classrooms and online platforms worldwide. We'll start by understanding the core concept of adaptive learning, then move through its evolution, current trends, and future possibilities. Whether you're an educator, student, or simply curious about educational technology, this journey will provide valuable insights into how learning is being reshaped for the digital age. Adaptive learning refers to educational systems that use data and algorithms to adjust the content, pace, and approach based on each learner's needs. Unlike traditional methods, adaptive learning platforms continuously analyze student performance and provide tailored resources or challenges. This ensures that students receive the right support at the right time, making learning more efficient and engaging. The technology behind adaptive learning can range from simple quizzes that adjust in difficulty to complex AI-driven platforms that map out entire learning journeys. Understanding this foundation is key to appreciating the recent advancements in the field. Roots of adaptive learning can be traced back to early computer-assisted instruction in the 1960s and 1970s. These systems used basic logic to guide students through lessons, offering hints or extra practice when mistakes were made. While limited by the technology of the time, these early efforts laid the groundwork for today's sophisticated adaptive platforms. Over the decades, as computers became more powerful and data collection improved, adaptive learning systems evolved to become more responsive and personalized, setting the stage for the innovations we see today. With the rise of educational technology, or EdTech, adaptive learning began to gain momentum. The proliferation of computers and the internet in schools enabled more sophisticated data collection and analysis. This allowed adaptive systems to become more accurate in identifying student needs and adjusting content accordingly. The integration of multimedia, interactive exercises, and real-time feedback further enhanced the learning experience, making adaptive learning a central feature in many modern classrooms and online courses. One of the most significant developments in adaptive learning is the ability to personalize instruction at scale. Modern adaptive platforms use sophisticated algorithms to analyze vast amounts of data, including test results, engagement levels, and even behavioral patterns. This enables the system to recommend specific resources, adjust lesson difficulty, and provide targeted feedback. As a result, students can progress at their own pace, focusing on areas where they need the most support, while teachers can monitor progress and intervene when necessary. Artificial intelligence and machine learning have revolutionized adaptive learning. These technologies enable platforms to continuously learn from student interactions, improving their recommendations and interventions over time. AI-driven systems can detect subtle patterns in student performance, predict learning gaps, and even anticipate when a student might lose motivation. This dynamic approach ensures that the learning experience remains relevant and effective, adapting not just to what students know, but also to how they learn best. Data is at the heart of adaptive learning. Modern platforms collect and analyze a wealth of information, from quiz scores to time spent on each activity. This data is used to create detailed learner profiles, which inform the system's recommendations and adjustments. Teachers and administrators also benefit from these insights, gaining a clearer understanding of student progress and areas for improvement. The result is a more transparent and responsive educational environment, where decisions are guided by real evidence. One of the most impactful features of adaptive learning is real-time feedback. As students work through lessons and activities, the system provides immediate responses to their answers, guiding them toward the correct solution or offering hints when they struggle. This instant feedback helps students stay engaged and motivated, while also allowing them to correct misunderstandings before they become ingrained. For teachers, real-time data means they can quickly identify students who need extra help and adjust their instruction accordingly. Gamification has become a popular trend in adaptive learning, making education more engaging and enjoyable. By incorporating game-like elements such as points, badges, and leaderboards, adaptive platforms motivate students to complete tasks and reach milestones. These features not only make learning fun but also encourage healthy competition and persistence. Gamification can be especially effective for younger learners, helping them build positive habits and a love for learning. Rise of smartphones and tablets has made adaptive learning more accessible than ever. Mobile-friendly platforms allow students to learn anytime, anywhere, fitting lessons into their busy schedules. This flexibility is particularly valuable for adult learners and those in remote areas. Mobile adaptive learning apps often include offline capabilities, push notifications, and interactive features, ensuring that learning continues beyond the traditional classroom. Blended learning combines traditional classroom instruction with adaptive online platforms. This hybrid approach allows teachers to leverage the strengths of both methods, providing personalized support while maintaining the social and collaborative aspects of in-person learning. Adaptive systems can identify which students need more practice or advanced challenges, enabling teachers to differentiate instruction more effectively. Blended learning is becoming increasingly popular in schools and universities, offering a flexible and scalable solution for diverse learning needs. Learning analytics is a key component of adaptive learning systems. By analyzing data on student performance, engagement, and behavior, these platforms can identify trends and predict outcomes. This information helps educators make informed decisions about curriculum design, intervention strategies, and resource allocation. Learning analytics also empower students to take ownership of their progress, as they can track their achievements and set goals based on real data. Modern adaptive learning platforms often include content recommendation engines, similar to those used by streaming services. These engines analyze student data to suggest the most relevant lessons, videos, or exercises. By delivering personalized content, these systems keep students engaged and ensure that they're always working on material that matches their current skill level and interests. This targeted approach maximizes learning efficiency and helps prevent boredom or frustration. Assessment is a crucial part of the learning process, and adaptive tools are making it more effective. These tools adjust the difficulty and type of questions based on student responses, providing a more accurate measure of understanding. Adaptive assessments can identify specific strengths and weaknesses, allowing teachers to tailor instruction and support. They also reduce test anxiety, as students are less likely to encounter questions that are too easy or too difficult. Adaptive learning platforms are designed to support a wide range of learners, including those with special needs or learning differences. By personalizing content and packing, these systems can accommodate various learning styles and abilities. Features like text-to-speech, adjustable font sizes, and alternative formats ensure that all students have access to the resources they need. This inclusivity is helping to close achievement gaps and promote equity in education. Adaptive learning doesn't replace teachers, it empowers them. With access to real-time data and insights, educators can make more informed decisions about instruction and intervention. Adaptive platforms free up teachers to focus on higher-level tasks, such as mentoring, facilitating discussions, and providing individualized support. By automating routine assessments and tracking, these systems allow teachers to spend more time building relationships and fostering a positive classroom environment. Adaptive learning platforms encourage student agency by giving learners more control over their educational journey. Students can set goals, choose learning paths, and monitor their progress through dashboards and reports. This sense of ownership increases motivation and engagement, as students see the direct impact of their efforts. By fostering independence and self-regulation, adaptive learning prepares students for lifelong learning and success beyond the classroom. One of the major advantages of adaptive learning is its scalability. Digital platforms can serve thousands or even millions of learners simultaneously, making high-quality education accessible to people around the world. This is especially important in regions with limited educational resources or teacher shortages. By leveraging technology, adaptive learning helps bridge gaps and democratize access to knowledge. Adaptive learning platforms are increasingly being integrated with other educational tools, such as learning management systems, communication apps, and collaboration platforms. This seamless integration streamlines the learning experience, allowing students and teachers to access all necessary resources in one place. It also enables better data sharing and coordination, further enhancing the effectiveness of adaptive learning. Cloud technology has played a significant role in the growth of adaptive learning. Cloud-based platforms offer flexibility, scalability, and easy access to resources from any device. They also facilitate collaboration among students and teachers, as well as automatic updates and data backups. Cloud solutions reduce the need for expensive hardware and maintenance, making adaptive learning more affordable and sustainable for schools and organizations. The increased use of data in adaptive learning, security and privacy have become top priorities. Modern platforms implement robust encryption, secure authentication, and strict data policies to protect student information. Educators and administrators are also trained to handle data responsibly, ensuring compliance with regulations and maintaining trust. As adaptive learning continues to evolve, ongoing attention to security and privacy will be essential. Universities and colleges are increasingly adopting adaptive learning to enhance student outcomes. These platforms help identify at-risk students, personalize coursework, and support diverse learning needs. In large lecture courses, adaptive systems can provide individualized attention that would otherwise be impossible. As a result, higher education institutions are seeing improved retention rates and more successful graduates. Adaptive learning isn't just for schools, it's also transforming corporate training. Businesses use adaptive platforms to deliver personalized onboarding, compliance training, and professional development. These systems identify knowledge gaps and recommend targeted modules, ensuring that employees acquire the skills they need efficiently. Adaptive learning helps organizations stay competitive by keeping their workforce up to date and engaged. Language learning apps are among the most popular adaptive learning tools. These platforms use adaptive algorithms to adjust vocabulary, grammar, and pronunciation exercises based on user performance. Features like speech recognition and spaced repetition help learners master new languages more effectively. By providing immediate feedback and personalized practice, adaptive language apps make language acquisition accessible and enjoyable for people of all ages. Adaptive learning is making a big impact in STEM, science, technology, engineering, and math education. Platforms offer interactive simulations, adaptive problem sets, and instant feedback, helping students build strong foundations in complex subjects. By identifying misconceptions early and providing targeted support, adaptive systems boost confidence and achievement in STEM fields, preparing students for future careers. K-12 education, adaptive learning is being integrated into everyday classroom activities. Teachers use these platforms to differentiate instruction, assign personalized homework, and track student progress. Adaptive tools help ensure that all students, regardless of ability, receive the support they need to succeed. This approach fosters a more inclusive and effective learning environment where every child can thrive. Adaptive learning platforms often include features that keep parents informed and involved in their child's education. Parent dashboards, progress reports, and communication tools enable families to support learning at home. By providing insights into strengths and areas for growth, these platforms foster collaboration between teachers and parents, creating a supportive network for students. Shift to remote and hybrid learning during the pandemic accelerated the adoption of adaptive platforms. These systems provide continuity and structure, even when students are learning from home. Features like asynchronous lessons, virtual classrooms, and adaptive assessments ensure that learning remains personalized and effective, regardless of location. As education evolves, adaptive learning will continue to play a vital role in supporting flexible learning models. Microlearning, or delivering content in small, focused bursts, is a growing trend in adaptive learning. Short lessons and activities fit easily into busy schedules and help maintain attention. Adaptive platforms can sequence microlearning modules based on student progress, ensuring that each learner receives the right content at the right time. This approach is especially effective for adult learners and professional development. Adaptive learning platforms are incorporating more social and collaborative features, such as discussion boards, group projects, and peer feedback. These tools foster a sense of community and encourage students to learn from one another. By combining personalized learning with social interaction, adaptive platforms support both academic growth and important interpersonal skills. Adaptive learning platforms are constantly evolving, with developers using feedback from users to refine algorithms and features. Regular updates ensure that the systems remain effective and relevant. This commitment to continuous improvement means that adaptive learning will keep pace with changes in technology, pedagogy, and learner needs. Despite its many benefits, adaptive learning faces challenges such as high development costs, data privacy concerns, and the need for reliable internet access. Some educators worry about over-reliance on technology or the potential for algorithmic bias. Addressing these challenges requires ongoing collaboration between developers, educators, and policymakers to ensure that adaptive learning remains equitable and effective. As adaptive learning systems collect and analyze more data, ethical considerations become increasingly important. Issues such as informed consent, data ownership, and transparency must be addressed to protect student rights. Developers and educators are working together to establish ethical guidelines and best practices, ensuring that adaptive learning benefits all stakeholders. Ongoing research is essential to validate the effectiveness of adaptive learning. Studies examine outcomes such as student achievement, engagement, and retention. Evidence from real-world implementations helps refine best practices and guide future development. By grounding adaptive learning in solid research, educators and developers can ensure that it delivers meaningful results. Adaptive learning is expanding globally, with platforms being adopted in countries around the world. Localization efforts ensure that content is culturally relevant and accessible in multiple languages. This global reach is helping to close educational gaps and provide high-quality learning opportunities to students everywhere. Looking ahead, adaptive learning is poised for even greater innovation. Advances in artificial intelligence, natural language processing, and virtual reality promise to make learning experiences even more immersive and personalized. As technology continues to evolve, adaptive learning will play a central role in shaping the future of education, making it more responsive, inclusive, and effective. Virtual and augmented reality are being integrated into adaptive learning platforms, offering immersive simulations and interactive experiences. These technologies allow students to explore complex concepts in a hands-on way, making abstract ideas more concrete. Adaptive systems can adjust VR and AR content based on student progress, ensuring that each learner receives the right level of challenge and support. Voice assistants and conversational AI are making adaptive learning more interactive and accessible. Students can ask questions, receive explanations, and practice language skills through natural conversation. These tools are especially helpful for learners with disabilities or those who prefer auditory learning. As voice technology improves, it will become an even more integral part of adaptive learning platforms. Adaptive learning is enabling the creation of personal learning networks, where students connect with peers, mentors, and experts around the world. These networks provide support, inspiration, and opportunities for collaboration. By leveraging technology, adaptive platforms help students build relationships and access resources beyond the traditional classroom. Adaptive learning supports lifelong learning by providing personalized pathways for learners of all ages. Whether you're a student, professional, or retiree, adaptive platforms can help you acquire new skills and knowledge at your own pace. This flexibility is essential in a rapidly changing world, where continuous learning is key to personal and professional growth. Community and peer learning are being integrated into adaptive platforms, allowing students to share knowledge, collaborate on projects, and support each other's growth. These social features enhance engagement and help learners develop important communication and teamwork skills. By combining adaptive technology with community support, platforms create a richer and more effective learning environment. Adaptive learning is helping individuals design personalized career pathways. By analyzing skills, interests, and goals, platforms recommend courses, certifications, and experiences that align with each learner's aspirations. This targeted approach supports career advancement and helps people navigate an ever-changing job market with confidence. Open educational resources, OER, are being integrated into adaptive learning platforms, making high-quality content freely available to all learners. OER includes textbooks, videos, and interactive activities that can be customized to meet individual needs. By combining adaptive technology with open resources, platforms are expanding access to education and reducing costs for students and institutions. Policymakers and advocates are recognizing the potential of adaptive learning to improve educational outcomes. Efforts are underway to promote funding, research, and best practices for adaptive platforms. By supporting innovation and ensuring equitable access, policy initiatives are helping to shape the future of adaptive learning on a national and global scale. Conclusion: adaptive learning is transforming education by making it more personalized, efficient, and accessible. From AI-driven recommendations to immersive virtual experiences, the latest developments are opening new possibilities for learners everywhere. As technology continues to advance, adaptive learning will remain at the forefront of educational innovation, empowering students and teachers to achieve their full potential. Thank you for joining us on this journey through the exciting world of adaptive learning.